Ooh, is raw sex worth it in 2022? If you can pull out, yeah, that's fine. If y'all married, yeah, it's just fine. If you live in California, yeah, it's just fine. Or if you want to have some sexual responsibility, it's absolutely fine. I saw this post and some other podcast took the topic. I don't know the direction that they went in. Don't really care what direction they went in, but I wanted to talk about it. Is raw sex worth it in 2022? Yeah, absolutely. I'm married, so what am I worried about here? And if we're being honest, prior to being married, I did dabble around, but it was not something that I did on a regular. Why? Because I understood the consequences that came with it. I understood that there's diseases. I understood that there's the possibility of children. And I just never wanted to be tied to somebody longer than I wanted to be tied to them. So I made decisions that would, for the most part, ensure that I could break ties from people when I was ready, like eject button, I'm gone. But if you got a kid, it ain't no eject. I mean, you can eject, but that wouldn't be the right thing to do, and it can come back to bite you. Not come back to bite you. You could have to pay child support, or God forbid you get burned, and now you got to go to the clinic, or even worse, you get something that you can't get rid of. This whole, well, we don't have abortion anymore, so should we have raw sex? You probably shouldn't, honestly. As I mature and live life more and see different things, I see why they said sex is for marriage. Because just imagine if we all waited until marriage. Well, I don't know if it's going to be good or not. Yeah, you'll figure it out. You probably like your first beer or your first taste of wine or your first drink of liquor straight, but eventually you found what suited your palate, and that came with experience. But with that experience, the more diverse your palate becomes, the more comparisons you can make, the more opportunities that you open yourself up for harm, the more opportunities you open yourself up for mistakes, right? Same thing with sex. Maybe, we talk about sex is meant for two people who are in love. Because not only are you opening yourselves up for disease, are you opening yourself up for unwanted pregnancy, unwanted child that in some states you can't get rid of now after 6 weeks. You're opening yourself up for unwanted feelings and vulnerability with somebody who probably doesn't deserve that from you. Now, don't call me a hypocrite because I'm over here theorizing and saying what maybe that doesn't make sense, but did I apply it? No, 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 I did not. But y'all won't break my soul because part of growing is learning, and part of growing and learning is taking your experiences and trying to make life better for the next organization or the next generation. And this whole over sexualization of society, I'm gonna sit here and tell you I enjoy it, but it ain't good. Crackheads enjoy crack. Meth heads enjoy meth. That don't make it good. Drunks enjoy liquor. Too much of it ain't good. Gamblers enjoy gambling until they broke. Hanging from their ankles. Head getting dropped in the Hudson. You understand? Like, just because something is good doesn't mean it's what you need all the time. You need some balance. And maybe we need some sexual balance, some sexual responsibility. Is raw sex worth it in 2022? Yeah, it's worth it if you can handle it. If you can do it properly, if you're doing it with somebody who you're willing to accept anything that comes with that, absolutely, it's worth it. If you're willing to accept the responsibilities of what happened, no matter whether or not you want to be with that person or for the rest of your life, or you're willing to accept the responsibility for a child or a disease that you get, have at it. Feels great. But if you're not, it's not worth it. I don't ever think abortion should be a default. I don't think plan B should be a default. I don't think the IUD should be a default. I think it should be your backup, your tertiary, you know? Maybe it's okay, we're not gonna have sex. Probably not gonna happen. Okay, we're gonna wear a condom. Oh, I'm drunk, bro. I need to take it off. Okay. I'm gonna pull out. You on the pill? Okay, I'm gonna try to pull out, but I may not pull out. But maybe. We'll see. All right. Oh dang. You pregnant? Do you wanna have it? Do you wanna do this? Yes? Okay, let's do it. No? Let's get to Planned Parenthood. You see how many different steps I went through right there? I'm just saying that's a thought. So when you want to know is raw sex worth it? If your pull-out game is strong, then absolutely have at it.